Welcome back, everyone. Today's tutorial is on this lovely mani right here. This neon African themed mani was inspired by this CADS travel plate, which we will be using. So we will go ahead and get right into the products used. So we used Mandarin Burst from Clean Color, Tangerine Burst from Clean Color, and Neon Fuchsia from Clean Color. We will do a sponge gradient with that. We use Maybelline's Fast Gel Quick Dry Top Coat, Maniology's Smudge Free, and OPI's Matte. Onto the stamping polishes. Now, those of you who watched the pedicure version of this, Luna was in this mani, not that one. And I'd oopsed and mentioned that one in the beginning of the video. So we have Blackjack from Queen, and then all the rest are Maniology polishes. If I can not drop them, that'd be fantastic. So we have Lunar Lines B163, Food Fight B287, Luna B327, Shadow Chaser B216, and Blue Goo B288. So we are going to start by doing our gradients, which we go from light to dark. So we're going to start with the lovely yellow, which is Mandarin Burst, I believe. The other one is, yes, this one's Mandarin Burst. And the other one's Tangerine Burst, and then Neon Fuchsia. Why am I doing that? Now you want these to overlap ever so slightly to help with blending. But you want Neon Fuchsia at the bottom or the free edge of the nail, however you want to put it. Some people consider this to be the top, some people consider this to be top. I consider this to be the top. So the free edge is where you want the bright pinky orange, Neon Fuchsia. So you go ahead and we're going to sponge across the nail, and we're just going to keep layering this on all 10 nails. In this case, since we're doing one hand, all 5. But we are just going to go ahead and go across all of them and just repeat this process until you have the opacity you are looking for. And of course, add polish as needed. I'd say after 3 to 5 nails, depending on how fast you are sponging, you are going to need to refill, because it will be drying at the same time that you are sponging. And if you watch, the opacity in which this is transferring changes from each one as you go across. Once, by the time I got to the pinky, it was not quite as opaque. Sponge across. You can put a white base before this step to speed up the process some and potentially make it a little brighter as well. So I'm going to take my sponge now that I've refilled the color, and I'm just going to sponge across. Like so. You want to let it dry for a little bit in between each layer, and try not to let the sponge get too tacky because you can pull up the color when doing so. I did that on the pedicure, but I was able to fix it. I was able to show you how I fixed it. But if you let the sponge get too tacky, you run the risk of it literally ripping the polish off the nail, because yes, you are letting it dry some in between each layer, but you're not letting it dry enough for it to not just get yanked off the nail. If you were to lay a strip of tape across it, it's going to yank it up. So essentially that's what it's going to be like, is if you let it get too tacky on the sponge, it's like laying a strip of Scotch tape across it without it being fully cured and just literally yanking it off the nail. So be careful when sponging to not let your sponge get too tacky from polish drying, because it will get too tacky very easily. Okay, so we're going to go across the nail again, and we're just going to keep doing this until we are satisfied with the opacity and the gradient itself. This is the same section I had trouble on the toe. After a certain point, you're going to have to pretty much add polish for every nail. Unfortunately, we are at that stage. Because otherwise the sponge is going to be too tacky. Maybe not. Now I'm dropping my nail. Time to refill the sponge. Before I go in on that pinky, I'm going to take this across the thumb. That is the one that needs the most help at this moment. Now I'm going to go across the monkey with it. Okay. I'm going to take a risk here, but we're going to try it. I'm going to pull a little bit of it off. So once the gradient is at a level that you are satisfied with, let it dry for a moment and then go in with your quick dry top coat. Come on, hand me the tip. Thank you. Maybe it's Tom and Jerry, a new one, or something like Tom and Jerry. Kind of like Oscar's Oasis. I am trying to figure out what on earth my child is watching. I'm going to be brutally honest. I'm trying to figure out what he's watching just by sound. And I am not really sure what he is watching. I forgot to turn the school alarms off. Apologize, guys. We are almost there. There we go. So once you are satisfied with the opacity and the gradient itself, you can go in. That one corner was not okay in my mind. Oh no! Okay, let's see if we can fix this. Yes, we can fix this. We can fix this. Let's see here. Come on. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to do with that what I did with the toe. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to top coat these. Come on. But I'm also going to top coat that one and then go back over with the sponge again. And then re-top coat again. To fix where I accidentally bumped the dang thing and screwed up the gradient. So when you have where the tacky, its sponge gets too tacky or something like that to pull off, because essentially that's what happened here. Top coat it with a quick dry top coat, let it dry, and then start sponging again. You will get the opacity that you want. It will just speed up the process of fixing it. Well, hi, Leia. Leia. Hey, sweet girl. Okay. Patience. I need to have patience. That's what this boils down to. And I don't have enough patience. That's what I was afraid of. Okay. Let's try this again. That's what I figured. When I stamped down, it'd be too tacky. But we'll see. Alright, there we go. That's better. Pat down, pat, 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 pat. See, regular polish gets very tacky very easily. That's what I'm trying to deal with right now. I'm going to give that a moment. Okay, so while I'm giving that a moment to do its thing, because it's being a stubborn arse. Because it's being a stubborn arse, let's go in with some of the stamping while we're waiting on that. Okay, so I used Blue Goo and Food Fight for this next step. We're going to use Blue Goo around the edge and Food Fight in the middle. And we're going to scrape have and now we need to go in on the inside left corner, like so. Let's see if this is ready for another round of stamp of the sponge. That's better. Much better. So, like I said, we can fix this. It can be done. Not the easiest thing in the world, but it can be done. Okay. Now we're going to quick dry top coat that. I'm going to snip off the used part of the sponge real quick. Allowing me a fresh, clean sponge. Okay. There it is, my quick dry top coat. Carefully apply our top coat. Okay. So, back to our stamping escapades. Okay. Now, we will need lunar lines. And we will need shadow chaser for this next step. So we have lunar lines. Or sorry, this one's shadow chaser, the other one is lunar lines. So shadow chaser and lunar lines. Scrape, pick up, okay, so we're going to go in with lunar lines and then shadow chaser. Just like that, guys. So it'll look like this. And this is why I say having the matte top coat helps bring stuff together. This is hard to see until I matte top coat it. But we're going to go in now with Blackjack, with the image that says Africa. And we're going to go ahead and go slightly above the middle line with it. And then we're going to pick up the continent shape of Africa. And we're going to put it right below it. And then we are going to go in with our smudge-free top coat. Like so. preferably without the extra stringy line. And this is what you will have. Now, you can leave it glossy, but like I said, the matte seems to bring it together much better because of how much is going on and all the different colors. It really helps make some of those details pop much better. Okay, so keep Blackjack out because this next step is going to take it. Okay, so starting at the lion, right here, go across with Blackjack. We only need the animals here, but starting with the lion, all the way to the rhinoceros. Oops, I did not pick up enough of the lion. My bad. Try it again. We all have our days. Today is one of those days. Okay. That was a nice pickup aside from that too, which is kind of sad. Okay. There we go. Now I got enough of it. Okay. So, clean up above and below the land mammals here. We don't want the birds yet, and we do those separately. And we're going to take from the lion's tail, just slightly above the bottom of the nail, and go across. Now, we're not done. We're not done, guys. We're going to use the rest of this stamp across the bottom of the ring finger, starting with the other half of the elephant, and go across. I don't remember being able to fit the monkey in, but somehow I'm able to fit the monkey in this time. Interesting. Okay. Plate. I need to clean my hand too because I keep somehow getting, yeah. Okay. It's the plate itself. A cotton ball. Okay. So now we're going to go in with the tree and landscaping here, which will be the middle finger. And we're going to go across the bottom of the nail with it, like so. Okay, so back to the index. We're going to go ahead and take this lovely little grass image, this short grass, with Blackjack as well. We're still on the Blackjack. And we're going to go ahead and layer that at the bottom of the nail, the feet of the animals. We're going to do the same thing for the ring finger. If you accidentally place the animals a little too high in the nail, just go ahead and go in with a little extra grass to fill in the bottom. So it seems like that's what happened here. So I went a little too high up with both of them. Non-issue. Just going with a little extra grass will help fill in that space. There. Okay. Now we're going to go in with Luna with the clouds. We will do the clouds before we do the birds. And this is the reason why we didn't want the birds yet. It's because we want to make sure that we're not interfering with the space that the clouds will be placed in. So we're going to go ahead and grab Luna, which is lovely light gray, almost white. And we're going to grab, I don't know why I took this one. The clouds off to the side. And we're going to go ahead and place them of the tree like so. And go in with the clouds above the tree on the plate. Let's see if it'll pick up nicely. Nope, try it again. Didn't think it would. Too thick of a layer of polish on the actual plate around it. It's okay. We can fix that. There we go. I'm going to take the clouds from that. And we're going to go ahead and go above the animals. And we're going to use that same cloud image again for both fingers. And after we're done placing our clouds, that's when we start placing our birds. So, now we are done with Luna. We're going to go in with our birds with Blackjack again. So, on the ring finger, we're going to take this lovely little hawk looking image here. Make sure we clean up around it. And we're going to place it like so. Okay. So for this next one, we're going to take this lovely flying bird right here. It's a very tiny little guy right here for the middle finger. Make sure you clean up the excess image and replace it like so. And last but not least, we have the pair of flying birds right here, and we are going to use that on the index. Make sure you clean up the excess images around it. You don't want little flecks of polish. I have it flying above the lion. Okay, now on to the colorful pinky. Okay, I am going to take this and fold it so I'm not dipping my hand in polish any further. No longer fighting with it for cleaning purposes. Okay, so we're going to go in with lunar lines on the entire image here. And we're going to just take it into this corner, like so. And then we're going to go in with Shadow Chaser on these. This is where I take, apply the edge of that design, like so. Clean up my putty, I guess, and my my stand a little bit there. Okay, so let's put this off to the side. Clean up, but not before we smudge free. So we're going to smudge free, and then I'm going to do a little bit of cleaning up here, because all 4 of those are officially done with the stamping. And now it's time to bring the whole thing together. My 5-year-old has been wearing, we have no carpet in our house. We have a few rugs that are small in the kitchen and doorways and things like that, but we don't have any carpet in the house. And my 5-year-old's been wearing his flip-flops in the house on hard flooring, and it's by the sounds of it, he just slipped and fell on his butt. I heard the whoa as a thump. So I get the feeling he just fell on his butt. I keep telling him he doesn't need to wear shoes in the house, but he loves shoes. He loves wearing socks and shoes. He doesn't like to be barefoot. I keep telling him he can wear slippers if he wants, but he goes straight for the shoes. He's always hopeful we're going to leave for somewhere, though, so that's part of the situation. So while we're waiting for that smudge free to dry, I'm going to go ahead and clean up a little bit here. Okay. Okay. So, yeah. What it looks like glossy versus non-glossy. Okay. This should be ready for a layer of matte top coat. Here we go. Give that a moment to start drying, and you'll get to see the effect as it is drying, that it is coming together. You can already see it mattifying on the thumbnail and how nicely that is working together. So that's it, guys. That's how I did it. That's how I created this lovely African themed mani in nice neon colors. Perfect for summertime. Has nice sunset vibes, and I mean, it does kind of feel like the Lion King. So for some, I guess this could be seen as a Lion King themed mani. like I said, that wasn't actually my intention when I first created this design. It was actually just inspiration from this plate right here. So it's a nice, simple, bright, fun mani for summer. And for if you're traveling especially, this would be really good. So I hope you all enjoyed this mani tutorial, and I hope you all have found it helpful or inspiring, whatever the reason you are watching this video, or entertaining if that's the case. So until next time, guys, I hope you all are having a good morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever it may be, wherever you are at while you are watching this video. And thank you all for watching. Bye.